Hello everyone, welcome to MG channel. This is the channel that I want to share about the STPM knowledge to all of you, especially for those students who take physics, chemistry, mathematics T, and also the pengajian AM. At first, I will talk about, before this, I will open the Telegram group for those students who want to join and watch my YouTube channel. I will share my notes in the Telegram, so all of you who already joined the group can download the notes and watch my YouTube videos to follow the learning process. So let's go to the STPM Mathematics T syllabus. In this subject, Mathematics T, for every semester you will have 6 topics to learn for each semester. For first term, you will focus on the algebra and the geometric. For the second term, you will learn about the calculus, which is the dy dx or the integration, like you learned before in the Form 4, Form 5 at maths. The third term, you will learn about the statistics, which is like the probability, the kind of things. And the coursework, you will have the coursework in your semester 2, because right now all of you are in the semester 1, so you no need to worry about it first. So let's go to the first term syllabus. In first term, like I say, have 6 topics. Number 1 is the function. In function, you will learn about the polynomial, rational functions. Exponential is like the ln, log, and also the trigonometry function is like the sin, cos, tan, cotangent, the kind of knowledge. Number 2, which is the sequences and series. In this topic, especially for this one, 2.3, binomial expansion maybe is kind of new to all of you. So like you can see in here, expand a plus b power n. This kind maybe is new to all of you, so I will focus on this topic and share more videos about to teach these binomial expansions, because in this topic you have to remember the formulas and know how to apply on different questions. Okay, so let's go to the number 3, matrix. Matrices, I would say, is the easiest one in your first term syllabus, so you no need to worry too much. Number 4, complex numbers. Complex numbers, I would say, like, you have to more depends on your calculator. For those students who still use the MS model, I would suggest all of you to change to the EX or ES model, because like I use the latest version 1, which is the FX 991 version. It will help you a lot in your mathematics T, this subject, especially in this topic, complex number. That's why I would suggest you to change your calculator to the latest version. And also for those students, if you want to buy calculator and don't know where to buy, maybe you can message me in my WhatsApp or Telegram, and I can help you to buy the calculator. Okay, let's go to the number 5, analytic geometry. Analytic geometry, you will learn about the shape, like the circle shape, ellipse, hyperbola, parabola, these kind of shapes. And you have to know how to draw all this graph. In here you also can see that, wait a second. In here you also can see that you have to find the vertex, focus, directrix of the parabola, like I say, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. You have to differentiate each kind of the shapes. Okay, let's go to the number 6, vectors. In the whole term 1 syllabus, I would say this topic vectors is the most difficult one, because you have to learn how to calculate the vectors in 2 and 3 dimension, like mentioned here 6.1, and you have to know how to calculate the vector geometry, how to find the Cartesian equations or vector equations, and also you have to calculate the angle between the line and the plane, or plane and the plane, and also line and then line. That's why it's kind of difficult, I would say. So I would suggest you, my advice to all of you, in your first term syllabus, especially for the mathematics T, you need to focus on the first function, and number 2, sequences and series. Then number 6, vectors. These 3 topics you have to put a lot of effort to learn, because first term, like I say, first term all of you have to focus on the algebra and the geometry. That's why in first term you have to do a lot of questions every day to catch the techniques on how to answer different questions. Because like the third term, statistic, this kind of questions, it depends on your common sense. If you can think well, you can answer very well. But for the first and second term, I would suggest you to do more question if you can, like maybe. And also the most important, you need to have the past year books, and I will prepare the past year book later. For those who want to buy the past year book for subject mathematics T, physics, chemistry, and also the pengajian maybe you can contact me in my WhatsApp and also the Telegram. Okay, so that's all is for your first term syllabus for mathematics T. Next, let's go to the physics. In physics, in your first term, you will focus on the mechanics and the thermodynamics. Second term, you're more focused on the electricity and magnetism. Magnetism, I think, is kind of difficult to most of the students, because you have to, like, when you in form 4, form 5, you have to use the right hand grip rule, framing left hand, framing right hand, that kind of knowledge you have to remember until your STPM, until your university also. For third term, you are more focused on the oscillation of waves, optics, and the modern physics. The optics is like the concave, convex, lens, mirror, like you learn in form 4, form 5 also. So it's kind of simple. I would say the most interesting syllabus is the third term. I find it's quite interesting in the third term. For the first term and second term, I won't say it's like boring, but I would say it's just the formula and your common sense. Then you can do the question already. So let's go to the first term syllabus for physics. In first term, you will have the 11 topics. First, which is the physical quantities and units. Number 2, kinematics, dynamics, work energy and power, circular motion, gravitation, statics, deformation of solids, kinetic theory of gases, thermodynamics of gases, and heat transfer. Altogether 11 chapters in your first term syllabus. If you ask me which topic is the difficult one, I would say actually for first, second, third, fourth, it's kind of simple, because it's just more focused on the formula and calculation. I believe all of you already have the strong and good basic of knowledge in your physics when you are in Form 4 and Form 5. So if you still remember those knowledge in Form 4, Form 5, so for the first, second, third and fourth, I believe you won't have any problem lah. But like you see, the number 3 dynamics, you just have to remember the Newton first law, second law, third law, and know how to use the formula. But you have to define is very simple. Define impulse, like they ask you the meaning of impulse lah. But in STPM there is one type of question which you have to derive the formula. Like for example F equal to m dv dt, like how you get this formula, you have to derive it. This is one type of question you will see in your STPM examinations. For which topic is difficult, I would say number 5, circular motion, because you have to remember and derive the formula and apply on different type of questions. Like if you ask me what is the what you have to focus on this topic, circular motion, is like the centripetal force. Centripetal force in Chinese, it means 向心力. So you have to remember all the formula, like A equal to V square divided by R, A equal to R omega square. This kind of formula you have to remember. And also number 6, I would say, is the hardest one, gravitation. Because in this topic, like I say, you cannot see the universe, right? You only can imagine it. Like you cannot see how the earth is turning, how the sun looks like. You only can see the picture, but you cannot see the real one. So all of this is on your imagination. That's why I will put a lot of effort to teach this topic, gravitation. Statics, I would say, is the easiest one because it depends on your formula only. You have to apply the formula only, then you can calculate the question already. Number 8, deformation of solids, is about the stress, strength. Like you learn in Form 4, Form 5 about the string, the spring, this kind of thing. I would say it's quite simple for this topic, so you guys no need to worry too much. Number 9, kinetic theory of gases. I believe this one is a little bit connected to the chemistry, because like PV equal to nRT, this kind of ideal gas equation you also will see in your chemistry. So I believe you can do it very well for this topic. So let's go to the number 10, thermodynamics of gases. This one you also learned it before, like the heat capacity, Q equal to mc theta, this kind of formula. They just add some more like the new knowledge into this topic only, so no need to worry too much. I will teach you one by one in my YouTube channel. Number 11, heat transfer. I will say for this topic, for every year exam, they like to come up in your exam lah, especially for the section C, which is the essay questions. Because essay question for each question, like because in section C you will have 3 questions, 18, 19 and number 20. For each question you will have 15 marks altogether. So they like to come up number 11, heat transfer, in your section C, so you have to know how to answer. Okay, so that's all for the physics syllabus. Let's go to the chemistry. In your chemistry, let's see, first term, second term and third term. I have to remind all of you, for your 4 subjects like the pengajian mathematics T, chemistry and also the physics, you will have the coursework in your SEM 2. But for the maths T, you will have the coursework every semester. Means for semester 1 you have to do 1 coursework, semester 2 you also have to do 1 coursework, so for the semester 3. But other subjects like chemistry, physics and pengajian you only have to do the coursework in your semester 2. So that's all. You don't need to worry too much, because I would say you have to spend more time in your semester 2 because you have to do the coursework. You also have to study for your syllabus at the same time, so you have to arrange your timetable very well. Okay, so let's go to the chemistry first term syllabus. Number 1, about the atoms, molecules, and stoichiometry. Don't worry, you don't need to worry the meanings. I will teach you one by one in my YouTube. Okay, so skip. Number 2, electronic structure of atoms, like you learned it before, the Niels-Bohr structure, J.J. Thomson, this kind of thing. But you will learn the new kind of knowledge, like the SPD orbitals, this kind. Like you have to calculate the electronic configurations. You have to know how to calculate, how to see the elements, this kind of things. Okay. Number 3, chemical bondings. You learn, I believe you have a little bit knowledge in this topic, like the ionic bonding, covalent bonding, the hydrogen bond, this kind of things. I will teach you one by one, so you don't need to worry. Metallic bonding, intermolecular force, which is the van der Waals forces, and also the hydrogen bond. Number 4, stats of methods. Actually, I have a quite interesting little bit knowledge to tell all of you. Like, if you ask anyone, most of people will say, if you ask them what is the stats of methods, they will say only 3 types, which is the gases, liquids, and solids. But for those students who study physics, they will say altogether they will have 4 stats of method. But I won't teach you because this is like in university level. I just share with you about the knowledge. They say 3 types of methods is correct, but if you ask physics student, I would say it's 4 types of stats of method. Okay. Number 5, reaction kinetics. You learn about the rate of reaction, the time. You have to calculate the rate equation, the order of reaction, the rate constant, half-life. This kind is, for me, is like okay quite simple. But in your chemistry, physics, you have to remember the definition of each. Like this one, for example, chemistry, red law, you have to remember the definition. Okay, let's go. Number 6, equilibrium, like the chemical equilibrium. You have to know which type of equation is it the reversible equation or the dynamic equilibriums, this kind of thing, forward and backward relations. You have to know the arrows. Okay, then you will calculate the Kc, Kp, this kind of partial equation, partial pressures. Then I think that's all. You only have 6 topics in your chemistry first term syllabus. You no need to worry too much, like you have so many things to learn. Yes, I would say so many things, like it's kind of stress and pressure to learn so many things in 6 months. Like you have to learn, like you will say like 4 subjects only, like quite simple, but I would say the syllabus is a lot of things to learn in very short time. So I would say you have to make yourself a good timetable and study every day. I would say like my channel quote, I would say take no days off lah, like even weekends, because I would say most of the people when they back home after school, they just don't want to study. They just play their mobile phones, computers. I would say it's okay to play your games, to enjoy your leisure time, to relax. I understand, because I'm also the students, but I would say you have to fight hard lah, because STPM actually is not very easy, and their marking scheme, especially for their marking scheme, they change every year. So I cannot tell you like, oh, you have to learn this technique only, then you can answer the every question in the examination already. I cannot say like that because they change the marking scheme every year. So no choice, we just have to learn. And good luck to all of you, okay? Because this is just a starting of your STPM journey. So good luck to all of you lah, okay? Like already, you see, I already prepared the first chapter functions. Then I will pause the video maybe in about the next week or next few days. I will teach you about, I will start from the mathematics T first lah, okay? For the pengajian I won't share with you about the syllabus, because in my I believe that in my YouTube channel I won't teach you pengajian in English language, because if for those students who want to learn pengajian by using English language, you can tell me, then maybe I will create a new video to teach pengajian lah, okay? For those students who want to study the essay, because for every semester you will learn you have the essay to write in your exam for pengajian So for those students who want to buy the essay sample books, you can find me by using WhatsApp or Telegram. You can contact me, okay? So I think that's all for today, okay? Thank you. Remember to subscribe my channel so I can post more videos to share with all of you, okay? And hit the bell button, okay? Thank you. Goodbye.